This video about Korean history and culture is distributed by Professor Yi Zonggu to the world. Please give a like for each part, which contains about 10 minutes of content. In Korea, there is a famous medicine, a gift from the gods since ancient times, called Insam. It is a food described as a wonderful medicine in folk legends. And in fact, wild Insam is said to be excellent for preventing aging, restoring vitality, treating and preventing cancer, and improving diabetes. So Korean Insam was known to be a panacea. The word Insam contains the word in, which means person. However, during the Japanese colonial period, the Japanese appropriated it and registered it under the scientific name of Ginseng, using their pronunciation. So, in today's world, Insam is misunderstood as ginseng, and the country of origin is also mistaken for Japan. Insam has to grow for at least 6 years to attain efficacy. It has been widely used since the Bronze Age, as it was said to be a medicine that would grant eternal life. Today, it is still considered one of the best plant-based medicines. Since the Gojoseon dynasty, Insam has been considered one of the 3 major specialties of Dangun Joseon, along with pine nuts and jade. To distinguish it from the herb called Insam in other countries, Korean Insam is called Korean Insam and written as Sam Sen, while foreign Insam is written as Cham Kan. Korean Insam, which has been passed down as a herbal medicine for thousands of years, is called Joseon Insam in Japan and Korean Insam in the West. The production of natural Insam, or wild Insam, is currently very rare. It is mainly harvested on the Korean peninsula, which has the most suitable natural conditions for Insam production, as well as inherited cultivation and processing techniques. During the Goguryeo period, the range of Insam extended to Korea's old kingdoms of Gojoseon, Buyeo, and Liaodong, as well as southern Manchuria and Primorsky Krai provinces. Korean Insam is produced only within the Korean peninsula. Various types of Insam are produced in the United States and Russia, but all of these are significantly less effective than Korean Insam. Humanity's dream of eternal life cannot be realized through good medicine alone. Food, clothing, and shelter are also very important to humans. Each race or country develops food habits according to its climate and environment, and these even affect the body's constitution. Recently, K-food has been welcomed on the world stage. The geopolitical conditions of Korea, a temperate region of fields, rivers, and mountains surrounded by the sea, have whet the appetite of people around the world. Korea boasts healthy and delicious food with 5,000 years of history that perfectly blends tradition and modernity with a variety of flavors and innovative products. The staple food that Koreans eat every day is rice. It is characterized by a slightly sweet yet gentle taste and aroma and goes well with Korean dishes. Brown rice is rice with the husk not completely removed. It has a richer taste and aroma and is rich in vitamin B and dietary fiber, which helps with digestion. There is also barley rice, which people commonly ate in the past. It is made by mixing white rice with barley and is more beneficial to health than plain rice. 5-grain rice is rice made by mixing various grains, such as barley, glutinous barley, soybean, red bean, and millet, as well as rice. It is a healthy food because you can consume the nutrients of various grains in one meal, and it has a nutty taste. K-food meals consist of staple food and side dishes. The staple food is rice. 5-grain rice refers to a dish made by boiling various grains, such as rice, millet, red bean, millet, and black corn in water. Porridge is also cooked by boiling various grains, but the specific cooking method is different, so the taste and texture are different. Unlike porridge, rice maintains the shapes of the grains, so control of water and temperature is important. Banquets were held on auspicious occasions such as the king or queen's birthday, especially the 60th birthday, the crown prince's investiture, and when welcoming foreign envoys. The staple foods of royal cuisine during the Joseon dynasty included rice, porridge, and dumplings. Side dishes included soup, stew, steamed rice, hot pots, stir-fried, grilled, or boiled pork, boiled vegetables, raw vegetables, mustard greens, gujopan, abalone, mussels, soybeans, beef jerky, jokpyeon, raw fish, boiled fish, and more. There were also Insam, kimchi, and sauces. Byongwa dishes included gekakpyeon, gekgwa danja, dutopteok, hwajeon, injolmi, yaksik, juak, gekgakjongwa, dashik, gwapyeon, yakgwa, gangjong, and sukshilgwa, chestnuts, jujubes, yulens, jorans, and gangrans. The diet of the royal family is recorded in a law code called Gyeongguk Daejeon and a history book called The Annals of the Joseon Dynasty. Temple food refers to Buddhist food, and since there are several sects, temple food varies by region, country, and sect. However, in Mahayana Buddhism, one form practiced in Korea, eating meat is prohibited, so Mahayana Buddhists are said to have a model vegetarian diet. In addition, not only are no artificial seasonings used, but the process of making food is also considered a method of spiritual practice. In Northern Buddhism, also practiced in Korea, along with the development of temples, various foods were developed for the health of the monks. Practitioners are prohibited from eating vegetables that have an excessive aroma, such as green onions or garlic. Bibimbap, made by mixing tofu, kimchi, and vegetables, is the most representative type of temple food. In addition, simple foods such as mushroom japchae, vegetables, and noodles are the highlights of temple food. There is a belief that the countries that allow meat eating in Buddhism are cultural areas where it is impossible to survive without eating meat. Tea is an essential supplement, especially for vegetarians. The act of drinking tea is as important in Korean temples as it is in other countries. In addition to grains, the staple food in Korea, vegetables, pickled fish, and so forth were needed across all seasons to add flavor. Korea, which has a long winter, came to develop a special food called kimchi as a way to make vegetables and fish last longer. It is difficult to determine how long kimchi has been around. However, a record of it is found in Sijing from 2,600 to 3,000 years ago. In recent years, kimchi has been developed into various forms and types depending on the season. In spring, Koreans enjoy sedum kimchi, raw cabbage kimchi, raw radish kimchi, spring mustard leaf kimchi, water kimchi, winter cabbage kimchi, water parsley kimchi, leek kimchi, bellflower kimchi, and deodeok kimchi. In summer, cucumber kimchi, young radish kimchi, green pepper kimchi, leek kimchi, spinach kimchi, and eggplant kimchi are most commonly consumed. In fall, lightly salted Napa cabbage kimchi, white radish kimchi, young radish kimchi, red pepper kimchi, mustard leaf kimchi, sesame leaf kimchi, red pepper leaf kimchi, bean leaf kimchi, flatfish pickles, Korean lettuce kimchi, and dried radish kimchi are made. In winter, whole cabbage kimchi, kimchi wraps, radish kimchi, white kimchi, radish water kimchi, whole radish kimchi, pumpkin kimchi, and pickled radish are served as side dishes. In addition to the above, any vegetable can be used as an ingredient for kimchi. While there are many types of kimchi, Napa cabbage is the most important ingredient. As Korean culture spread to the rest of the world in recent years, kimchi diffused to Japan, the Philippines, Vietnam, Kyrgyzstan, and other countries. In particular, one Korean kimchi brand exports 60% of its products to China. Following the boom of the Korean wave, kimchi spread further to Thailand, with production in the United States. It is not that difficult to find Korean kimchi in supermarkets, not only in the United States, but around the entire world. The final ingredients of Korean food are traditional Korean sauces such as soybean paste and red pepper paste. Existing Korean sauces such as red pepper paste, soy sauce, soybean paste, and ssamjang have recently become K-sauce exports. They are necessary to make perfect Korean cuisine. Meju is made by boiling soybeans, pounding them in a mortar, then clumping them into lumps and drying them for fermentation and aging. Therefore, meiju itself is not used to make food, but is used as a basic ingredient for making sauces such as soybean paste, soy sauce, or red pepper paste. It is one of the main Korean seasonings, along with soybean paste and soy sauce, and the uses of red pepper paste in Korean cuisine are very diverse. When making red pepper paste, you can also make quick pickles by adding garlic, radish, deodak, bellflower root, plum, etc. Jang belongs to the Seomjin River and is famous in Suncheon-gun, Jeollabuk-do. Another type of food that completes Korean side dishes is salted fish, made with salt and other seasonings. In the pre-modern era, when food preservation technology was lacking, foods that were pickled with salt were developed to prevent spoilage and maintain freshness. This method was used for fish, including their eggs and intestines, as well as clams, shrimp, and oysters. Types of K-food that are popular in the global market include kimchi, bulgogi, bibimbap, ramyun, tteokbokki, and kimbap, fruits such as tangerines and red persimmons, and alcoholic drinks such as makgeolli and soju. These are all foods that the common people in Korea used to eat. So, what do you like among the various K-foods? Thank you.